Watch The Bold and the Beautiful's John McCook discusses Broadway career and move to daytime video. Legendary actor John McCook, Eric, The Bold and the Beautiful, paid a visit to Soapy hosted by Rebecca Budig and Greg Ricart, where he discussed leaving Broadway for Tinseltown after getting an invite from Warner Brothers. He talked about kicking it with Elvis Presley while he worked in Las Vegas, his career in daytime, including his tenure on the #1 soap opera in the world, and bumping into the late Sonny Bono and his then-wife, Cher, while working at Television City. McCook also discussed taking Walt Disney on the Jungle Cruise while being a part-time employee and more. The man has lived. Watch the episode below. This story was originally published by Daytime Confidential on December 9, 2025, where it first appeared in the Bold and the Beautiful section. Add Daytime Confidential as a preferred source by clicking here. From Broadway's footlights to Daytime's living rooms, the journey of an actor. John McCook's story reads like a cross-country road trip through the heartland of American entertainment, from the theatrical vibrancy of New York to the neon glow of Las Vegas, to the sound stages of Hollywood. He made his Broadway debut in the 1964 City Center revival of West Side Story, not as the lead, but as the second understudy for Tony. That modest-sounding entry became a turning point when a scout from Warner Brothers spotted him. That glance into the wings was enough to pull him from musical theater's gritty, disciplined world and into the orbit of television. Broadway World +2 CBS +2. From there, the shift to daytime TV wasn't just a change of venue, it was a reinvention. On The Young and the Restless he played Lance Prentice, 1975 to 1980, then in March 1987 began his long-running tenure as Eric Forrester on The Bold and the Beautiful. That shift, from stage to screen, from ensemble musicals to intimate domestic drama, reflects a kind of professional fluidity that only a handful of performers manage. Wikipedia +2 Soap Opera Spy +2. In a recent episode of the podcast Soapy, hosted by Gregory Ricart and Rebecca Budig, McCook looked back on this remarkable trajectory, the early New York days, being discovered, and ultimately embracing a career in daytime drama after Hollywood came calling. DaytimeConfidential.com +1. Stories from the road. Encounters, legends and Hollywood lore. What makes McCook's narrative so compelling isn't just the arc of his career, it's the colorful, almost surreal moments he's collected along the way. At one point, while performing in Las Vegas, he reportedly kicked it with Elvis Presley, a brush with a legend that feels straight out of a showbiz fairy tale. DaytimeConfidential.com +1. In a twist of irony and charm, McCook once found himself taking Walt Disney, yes, that Walt Disney, on the Jungle Cruise, back when McCook worked at Disneyland. The world of entertainment has many small world moments. Few are quite that magical. Soap Opera News +1. He also recalls bumping into other icons of the time, the likes of Sonny Bono and Cher, while working at Television City. Imagine the stories one could tell from those unexpected run-ins. DaytimeConfidential.com +1. These stories aren't just celebrity anecdotes, they are markers of a golden era of show business, when lines between stage, screen, and everyday life blurred in unpredictable and magical ways. Through McCook's memories, we glimpse a world where theater, music, television, and legend coexisted, often in the same hallway or backstage corridor. The art of reinvention. Why McCook's transition matters. What strikes me most about McCook's career is how it reflects the power of reinvention in the performing arts. Many actors find themselves pigeonholed, the romantic lead, the supporting character, the soap type. McCook, by contrast, moved with the tides, from understudy to leading man, from musicals to soap operas, from New York to Los Angeles, from youthful ambition to seasoned gravitas. In doing so, he became part of something larger than himself, a cultural institution. As Eric Forrester, McCook isn't just a character, he's a generational touchstone. Viewers who grew up watching him chart their own lives, marriages, heartbreaks, triumphs, against the backdrop of his performances. That kind of resonance doesn't come easily. It requires consistency, adaptability, and a willingness to embrace whatever chapter comes next. McCook himself recognizes that longevity in this business isn't just about talent, it's about survival. Don't get sick. Treat yourself while acting needs to be fun. Digital Journal +1. Legacy, longevity, and the magic that endures. One thing McCook's recent interview emphasizes is that, for him, the past isn't a dusty archive. It's a living part of who he is. He recalls the magic of the stage, the energy of live theater, and says that even as physical sets come down or audiences move elsewhere, that magic never truly vanishes. It lives in memory, in experience, in the way stories are told and reimagined. Soap Hub +1. For fans of daytime dramas, this is more than nostalgia. It's a reminder of the power such shows hold, to span decades, to mirror real-life changes, and to cultivate relationships between characters and viewers that evolve over years. McCook's journey shows how an actor can become part of that tapestry, and stay there not by clinging but by continually showing up, adapting, and honoring the craft. Perhaps that's the lesson we take from his story, that acting, like life, isn't about a single breakout moment. It's about the accumulation of moments, the whispered conversations backstage, the chance encounters, the leaps of faith, the pivot from one medium to another, the reinvention after success, and the willingness to keep going long after the applause fades. What the interview offers us: a mirror to dreams and realities. Watching McCook's recent discussion, hearing him reminisce, laugh, and reflect, feels like sitting down with an old friend who's done more living than most, and is still curious about what comes next. It offers hope for fledgling actors, that the path to success isn't always linear, but can meander through theaters, musicals, soap sets, and living rooms. It also offers reassurance to fans, that characters we love on screen often come from decades of dedication, reinvention, and sheer stubborn love for performance. In a time when television is constantly changing, streaming, reboots, social media, short attention spans, McCook's career reminds us of a different rhythm, one of patience, craft, and the enduring human need for storytelling. If you like, I can write a full 2,000-word long-form essay about McCook's life and legacy, with imaginative reflections, fan-style tone, theatrical metaphors, based on the interview plus his career, or even frame it as a tribute piece.